thing is what I call read filters. Some of the old West Coast guys call it canisters. I say filter, it makes it a little more new. When you think of filters, you're thinking of Instagram, you're thinking of something like that, hits the guy's brains a little bit. But your read should fall into 3 different filters, 3 different categories, okay? And what we use pure progressions, progression with an option, or a PSL, which is a pre-snap look. What that means is before each play, the quarterback knows when it comes into his headset, when it comes into his helmet, the quarterback knows, okay, if I'm calling 300 jet double stick, then I know, all right, that's a pure progression. I'm going 1 to 2 to 3. The defense doesn't dictate anything. When I say progression with an option, same play, I could say 300 jet double stick X Hugo. Well, now I know I have a progression with an option. There's a progression unless I get a specific look that will change my starting point. The last one is a PSL, a pre-snap look. The shell of the defense is going to determine my starting point. So I'll go into one where we have what we call drag and line, which is a drag slant and 2 slants. And what that's going to tell you is the way the defense plays is going to dictate whether I start on one side or start on the other side. But at all times, the quarterback understands where my starting point is. If that's clear and concise, then he knows where to start with the ball. And then the defense will dictate at times, but there are times where it is a pure progression and we don't care. We're working our starting point. For instance, right now, like I talked about, double stick, and then we're running 200 jet double stick here. So we're going to run stick routes, and I'm going to install this play with you here in a little bit. Double stick X Hugo. And what we're saying on the back side is this is a progression with an option look. So there is a progression. I know there's 1 to 2 to 3. But if I get a specific look, then I can start on the other side. In this instance of this play, we're going to run a Hugo, which is a fade route for us. What that does is we say if you get I've heard this term. I have not used this term, but I heard this term from another quarterback coach that worked with Peyton Manning. It's a green apple look. It's that perfect green apple you see off the tree. Well, in this case, the green apple look is press coverage on Adam Thielen with no safety help. We know, even though this is a too high safety look, there is the potential. Could he go over the top in safety help? Yes, but it's also a quarters look. The quarterback understands that this is a quarters look. So in the defense that the Green Bay Packers play in their quarters look, this safety cannot get over the top and help. He's locked in on number 3. So what you have here is Adam Thielen on a press corner one-on-one. And that is a green apple look. Adam Thielen, press man with no safety help on anybody in the world. That's advantage Adam Thielen. So the quarterback knows I have a progression, but I just got that green apple look. I know that it's quarters coverage, so this safety cannot help. His eyes have to go to number 3 on the tight end. The ball comes out. Touchdown Vikings. Progression with an option. So reading the defense, what does that entail exactly? Well, you read the defense, you should come up, and you should already have an idea. For instance, on that last one, Kirk knew, okay, quarters look 3-by-1. That's where there's no help backside. I can do that. But you come up to the line of scrimmage and you should be evaluating. So as soon as a play call comes in, huddle's broken, or if you're in a no huddle situation and you facilitate the call to your to the rest of the team, there's certain things that you have to evaluate as a quarterback. First of all, I got to know the line look because I got to know what protection's going on. Then I got to know the safeties, 2 shell or 3 shell. And that's really the most important phase because now you can gather your coverage tips. The cornerbacks, their alignments, their tips are going to help me as well. Are they pressed? Are they off? If we're in some type of stack alignment, how do they play their stacks? Are they going to in and out? They're going to top hat? Will they try to pass it off? You know, I'm going to use motions to find out man zone. I could see if I have a running back displaced, who's over top of my running back. If it's a linebacker, well, I know it's man to man. If the corner goes out, you know, they don't pay corners to cover running backs. So I know it's a zone look. And then linebackers, their alignment, their stance, you know, they're all these tips. Now, it's really easy to paralyze yourself at the line of scrimmage trying to figure out all this. So looking at the top, we're recognizing stuff to beat it, but preparation is the key. You got to know what you're trying to look for. On the last play that I showed you, Kirk knows he has a progression. He gets that too high look. Okay, what are the tips telling me? If it's quarters, then I know I can go backside. So you can't sit there and go through a checklist at the line of scrimmage, as you know, especially for you guys that are in a tempo offense where you're trying to run as many plays as you can. But if your quarterback is very well prepared, he understands what tips do I need on this play. Well, on the last one, okay, I got press. Okay, I know it's quarters. Okay, now I can go backside. So that's just little things that you can do reading the defense that can help yourself. We always say a smarter player is a better player, a sharper player is a better player, and a prepared player is really the best player. So as you break the line of scrimmage, you go up to the line of scrimmage, you know those 2 or 3 keys that I need to look for. In the run game, I might have to focus on the line look. But in the passing game, I'm probably looking at stuff that's out of the box.